Hello and welcome to the presentation of the 2021 Royal Adelaide Beer and Cider Awards. I'm Matthew Pantelis from 5AA. It's great to have you joining us online in these very unusual times. Now, before we get straight into the awards, I'd like to acknowledge the following sponsors for their contribution to the competition. Andale, for the provision of dispensing equipment. Anton Pear Australia, for the provision of a density meter for judging. Spiegelau, for the provision of craft beer glassware as a gift for our judges. And Brew News, for promoting the competition and its results to the craft beer industry. Now let's get into the awards. The first award for the evening is the CCL Label Trophy for Champion Reduced Alcohol Beer. And the winner is Swell Brewing Company, Small Swell.
The Swell Brewing Company have taken out this year's CCL label Champion Reduced Alcohol Beer with their Small Swell 2.0. It's a fantastic mid-strength beer, and it's a real accolade to go to a small brewery who are able to put together a product in this challenging and growing demographic. It's very hard technically to make a beer, and they've done it at 3.4%. That marries up in flavour and body to the full strengths. The judges said that it was a very good body and it was a very good balance of their hops. I'm kind of thinking it's a bit of a surfer's beer because you have to really know your water, and there's a real trick in the balance of the beer in brewing. You can't hang 10 with a lot of fancy hops, although the team have managed to put in a little bit of the new Australian hops like Eclipse into this one, and I think they've pulled it off really nicely. Weighing in at 3.4%, it's certainly one you can have a session of, and you can find it down at their tap room in Oliver Street, McLaren Vale. I just want to say a big congratulations to Dan and his crew down there at Swell Brewing Company for taking out the 2021 CCL label Champion Reduced Alcohol Beer.
Now on to the Sip and Save Trophy for Champion Lager. And the winner is Pirate Life Brewing Dark Lager.
The 2021 champion lager has gone to Pirate Life for their dark lager. Wow, I for one am really stoked to see a dark lager getting up there amongst the paler entrants, another highly contested trophy. So this is really emphasising the characteristics of the malt. This beer has a bit of a cocoa and slightly smoky edge to the malt, and it comes up with that beautiful reddy amber classic Munich Dunkel appearance. Not quite the Schwarzbier, but at 4.8%, the malt carries forward, and its restrained fermentation with the lager yeast is very good, and the hops are subtle, and it's not very bitter at all. It's not foreboding, and it's a really luscious kind of beer to be drinking this kind of weather. So congratulations to Pirate Life Brewing at Port Adelaide for taking out the Sip and Save Champion Lager for 2021. Cheers.
Next up is the BOC Trophy for Champion Ale. And the winner is OTHERSIDE Brewing Company, Anthem IPA.
The 2021 BOC Champion Ale has gone to OTHERSIDE Brewing Company for their Anthem India Pale Ale. Congratulations. The judges' notes said that this beer looked really, really good, had a very light malt nose, but the aroma of dank, floral and lemongrass American hops gave way very quickly to a restrained bitterness and a clean finish. That's just what we'd be looking for in the style of a classic West Coast IPA, which this one is. And this has come from our West Coast, the OTHERSIDE Brewing Company in Fremantle, Western Australia, on the other side of the border. And this is their Anthem IPA. So congratulations on taking out the trophy for Champion Ale 2021.
Now the Andale Trophy for Champion Porter or Stout. And the winner is VALE Brewing, Fox, Phat, Mongrel.
This year, the Andale Trophy for the Champion Porter or Stout has gone to Fox, Phat, Mongrel. I really love this one, and the judges really commented on its roastiness above a slight oaty, porridgey sweetness, keeping that balance there nice and tight. It pours with a dense nitro-like head and at 6.5%, some decent weight to its body, and a stout that you can drink right through this winter. I want to congratulate the Fox Hat crew, team and brand for taking out the Andale Champion Porter or Stout 2021. Cheers. Can't wait.
Our next award is the Ecolab Trophy for Champion Alternative Grain Beer Speciality. And the winner is Big Shed Brewing Concern, Mega Bare Bones Barrel Aged.
The Ecolab Trophy goes to the best champion alternative grain or specialty beer. So this category includes all the wheat beers or the rye beers, which is a growing popularity these days. And this year it's gone to Big Shed Brewing Concern for their Mega Bare Bones Barrel Aged British Imperial Stout. What a mouthful. And so's the product. This is a very big, rich imperial stout that's been aged nicely in some oak barrels. So it's picked up a little nuance of wood or oakiness with a hint of vanilla and maybe a touch of bourbon or something that had been in there. And it's all held nicely together with a very big roast body. And watch out for this one because it's got a very strong alcohol content hidden very subtly in that very big malt sweetness. So it finishes very nicely. So congratulations on earning the Ecolab Trophy to the Big Shed Brewing Concern for Mega Barrel Aged Bare Bones Imperial Stout.
Next up is the CCL Label Trophy for Best Cider in Show. And the winner is the Barossa Valley Cider Company Squashed Apple Cider.
The CCL Label Solutions Trophy for Best Cider in Show goes to Barossa Valley Cider Company for their Squashed Apple. I think it's fantastic to see a South Australian apple cider win this in a more conventional style. And Warwick Billings, the chief cider judge, has told me this exhibit had it all round with its appearance and its whole apple flavours. I think the Barossa Valley Cider Company should be pretty proud of their Squashed Apple product, taking out the CCL Label Solutions Best Cider in Show 2021.
Now the Ashton Valley Fresh Trophy for Best Perry in Show. And the winner is the Hills Cider Company, Hills Cider Pear.
The Ashton Valley Fresh Trophy for Best Perry in Show is going to the Hills Cider Company for their Perry. And the cider panel have written that this one had an elegant pear nose. It had hints of honeysuckle and spice. The palate was very rich, full, creamy, and it finished nicely with acid and phenolics. So congratulations Hills Cider Company for winning the Ashton Valley Fresh Best Perry in Show 2021.
Our next award is the Simon Fay Trophy for Best New Exhibit. And the winner is Stomping Ground Brewing Company, Bunker Porter.
Simon Fay sponsors a trophy each year for the best new exhibit. And that means the best beer that's been entered by a brewery who've entered the competition for their first time. This year, in 2021, it's going to Stomping Ground for Bunker Porter. And congratulations to Stomping Ground. I've had the Bunker Porter a bit and it looks really great. It has a beautiful dense head. This is a well-balanced, well-rounded porter with a little bit of chocolate and a very smooth finish. So congratulations again and thank you for entering Stomping Ground and taking out the best new exhibit.
Now the Bintani Australia Trophy for Champion Small Brewery. And the winner is Barossa Valley Brewing.
We're into the major awards now, and this one is for the Bintani Australia Champion Small Brewery, and it goes to Barossa Valley Brewing. I've got just one of their fantastic new products here, their Cascade Wet Hot NEPA, which scored very highly. But to win a champion brewery, you have to score very highly on 4 individual beer products, and that talks about their consistency. And Barossa Valley Brewing are nothing but consistent, brewing fantastic beers over there in Tanunda for a very long time now, well deserving of the Bintani Australia Champion Small Brewery Trophy 2021 for Barossa Valley Brewing Company. Cheers.
Our next award is the Phat Liquor Trophy for Champion Large Brewery. And the winner is VALE Brewing.
Another major trophy this year, the Phat Liquor Trophy for the Champion Large Brewery, is going to VALE Ale, who've entered beers across their VALE Ales, Hobo and Fox Hat brands. And some very good products amongst those. I know that the VALE IPA got a gold, and so the Hobo scored highly as well. So it's an excellent story that the combined brewery out there who've been tweaking a little bit on their VALE ales and really nailing those Fox Hat beers like the Red Pelt and their Metric IPA have again scored very highly across their whole ranges. And so it's with a slightly sad valet or VALE to West End that I announce the 2021 Champion Large Brewery Trophy for VALE Brewing.
Next up is the Wine Quip Trophy for Best South Australian Cider Exhibit. And the winner is the Barossa Valley Cider Company Squashed Apple Cider.
The 2021 Wine Quip Trophy for Best South Australian Cider goes to Barossa Valley Cider Company for their bottled apple cider product, Squashed. Made with true South Aussie cider apples and located in Sepultsfield, I think they can be justifiably proud for taking out the champion South Australian cider. Good on you, Barossa Valley Cider Company.
And finally, the Aurora Group Trophy for Most Outstanding Beer in Show. And the winner is VALE Brewing Fox Hat Phat Mongrel.
Okay, time for the biggie, the Aurora Group Trophy, great bottles and packaging, for the most outstanding exhibit in show. It's the Fox Hat Phat Mongrel again. And this one has scored a unanimous gold medal amongst all of the panelists in the judging. This is a fantastic oatmeal stout, and I've got one right here in my 2021 glass. Look at that. So this one really, fantastic. What a luscious big oatmeal stout. Yeah, it has got a little bit of that oatmeal sweetness to it, but it really backs it up with the roast. I want to congratulate again the VALE Brewing team, and congratulations on getting the Aurora Trophy for the champion exhibit overall for the Phat Mongrel. Cheers. And just a quick note from me as Chief Judge of RABCA, the Royal Adelaide Beer and Cider Awards, is to thank our sponsors first, but also our judges and stewards for giving up your valuable time, and the committee, and the Royal Agricultural and Horticultural Society. I mean, cider and beer are agricultural and horticultural products at heart. But most of all, to our exhibitors, to thank you for entering, and if you've taken home a medal, that's fantastic, but there are only 10 trophies and they're highly coveted. This is a very rigorous, professionally run competition that's judged blind, and this competition's open to all brewers and cider makers across Australia and New Zealand, and it's the most affordable in the country. So I look forward to joining you again for RABCA in 2022.
Congratulations to all the trophy winners, and a huge thank you again to our sponsors, Andale, Anton Par Australia, Ashton Valley Fresh, Bintani Australia, BOC, Brew News, CCL Label, Ecolab, Phat Liquor, Aurora Group, Simon Fahey, Sip and Save, RSN Australia, and Wine Quip. Thank you also to our judges and to the many people involved to make the Royal Adelaide Beer and Cider Awards such a success. To see the full list of results, head to theshow.com.au/results. That now concludes our presentation of awards. Thank you and goodbye.